Well, g'day guys, welcome back to another episode, and as promised in the last one, this is going to be the Flatty Filleting Guide. So last episode we went out, got our bag of flathead. What I'm going to do is we'll knock the fillets off one. I'll talk a little bit about what we do to get the best eating quality we can out of them, and then I'll do a bit more of a slow mode version of the filleting. Okay, so here is the method that we use for filleting these flathead. What you're going to do is lift up this fin here, and we're just going to do a little cut there. It's going to get this last little bit of meat that's up near the belly. Then you fold that out of the way, going to put the knife in under the pectoral fin there, then just cut at an angle back down to the head. This is all pretty standard. Next we're going to run the knife down along the backbone, but we're going to leave it attached right down there at the tail. Next we're going to flip him over, get rid of any guts or anything. And so with most fish, well, all fish basically, the meat's divided between a top section and a bottom section. On the outside you've got the lateral line, but there's just a bit of a join where the meat is there. So what we're going to do is run the knife tip up along that join, just pressing down to the skin, and we want to stay on the top side of the fish where these pin bones are. So we're just going to come along there. You can just kind of bend the knife in next to those bones, try and keep as much flesh as possible. Next we're just going to skin it, so pushing the knife flat against the table, and then what I do is a bit of a pushing motion away from me, a bit of a jiggle of the fillet, and you want to pull with the skin as well. And there we go. So this top section here, that is 100% boneless, ready to go. So we're just going to plop him down into the salt water there, and I'll tell you a bit more about that in a sec. Now we've got the belly section here, and flathead are a little bit weird. They've got the pin bones going straight out towards the skin there, and there's also two other sneaky little bones, but we'll get to those. To get rid of the pin bones, what we're going to do is lay the fillet flat on the table with that bit we've just cut down, and you can just feel the last pin bones ending there, top one's up there, and we're just going to run the knife pushing it flat against the bones there, and just run the knife through like that. And then there is the bones taken out. So there are two sneaky last little bones in the fillet. Well, it's one or two, it seems like it varies. I seem to find two, but there's just one at the moment. And what we usually do is we leave those in until we're about to cook them, then pull them out, because it's very easy to do it then. If you want to get it all sorted now, you can just cut down either side. You can use your teeth or just grab some tweezers, pull it out, there you go. Now that's completely boneless too. These tiger flathead, they've got a little black lining in the stomach which we're going to scrub out in a second, but that is how you get two boneless flathead tails off the one side. So we'll just do this one here again, just lift this up straight underneath, get that little bit extra belly meat, fold him over just like that, in behind the pectoral fin, down behind the head, and then with taking the fillet off, you're pressing down against the backbone, but if you keep the knife at a bit of an angle instead of flat like this, it should just skip over the joints in the vertebrae. So we're going to go all the way down to the tail, keep it connected, take the knife point straight in the middle of the fillet, going towards the tip, and we're just going to stay on the top side of those pin bones there. Can kind of bend the knife in around them. There we go. Next, take the skin off. You're nearly using this left hand more than the right hand here. You're just going to wiggle the fillet, keep the knife flat against the board, and there we go. Split the fillets again. That one is completely boneless, ready to go. Just done a little dodgy job of taking the skin off there, so just going to slice that off. There we go. For these bones, so now where we've just cut is right there. We're going to put that flat against the table. We can feel the pin bones finish right there, going all the way there. So we're just going to slice down, following those bones. There's the waist, not much there. So if you stay really close to them, you're not going to lose much meat at all. And then let's feel this guy. You do occasionally take out those 1 or 2 bones while you take the rib cage as well, but you do just want to feel, see if there's any bones left in there. There could be 1 or 2 right there, but that one is ready to go as well. So there you go, not much waste at all on them. Pretty bloody good. So a few things that can make this all a bit easier for you. A is making sure your fish are icy cold. The colder, the more rigid the fish is, the easier they are to fillet. Of course, making sure you have a sharp knife, so keeping a diamond blade handy. These things go okay if you're traveling. They do blunt eventually, so do these things. But a nice sharp knife. I like these Victorinox Swebos. They're pretty cheap, but they go pretty good. And then when it comes to filleting, after you're filleted, what we do is we keep a little bit of seawater in our live well. We throw all the fillets in there. We give them a scrub down, trim them up if needed. And then what we're going to do is vacuum seal them. And they store really well in the freezer. Taste absolutely beautiful. You do not want to wash your saltwater fish in fresh water. It's going to take all the flavour out of it, so make sure you have some seawater handy to wash them down with. Rightio, I'll just do one more for you. See if I can find one that's a little bit bent. So it's pretty common for them to bend up. And what you want to do before you start is just straighten them out. Doesn't damage the meat or anything. So again, we're just going to lift up the bottom fin, cut in, get the knife tip in there, cut down there, get that last little belly meat, crack that up out of the way, in under the pectoral, down to the head, angle in the knife. Slice all the way, keep a little tiny bit of that tail attached, flip him over. And so there is the flathead roe or eggs. Some people rate frying that up, never given it a go. Let me know if you have, if it goes any good. Just going to put the knife tip in, straight in the middle of the fillet, slice up. Keep to the upper side of those pin bones. Take the skin off. Yeah, there we go. Finish splitting it if need be. So that is boneless. This guy's been eating some little white bait. Flip the bottom half up onto the edge that you've just cut. Feel where that last pin bone is. Slice down, following them. If you get to the very end, you can nearly just give it a little pull like that. And there you go, there's the waist. Let's feel this guy, see if those two bones are in there. It seems he doesn't have them. I'm not sure whether they just get pulled along sometimes when you pull the pin bones out, or whether they actually sometimes just don't have them. But that guy doesn't have them. So there's two pieces ready to give a scrub to, ready for cooking. Lift up that bottom one. Get the knife pointing in there. Snap him up out of the way. In. And here's a bit of a, you can do a sharp angle back towards the head there, get this bit of meat. Push it down against the backbone, angle in the knife. And then just run it down. So here, I'll see if I can show you, so you can see there's just a faint line there that splits the top half and the bottom half. That's what we want to keep our knife in, and then follow it up here and go. You can see the bones there poking out a bit, just go on the top side of those bones. Voila, knife in against the table. And it's good with, that's why we leave it on the that tiny bit of skin attached there too, so you can wrap around your finger, you've got hold of the fish here. Makes it very easy for pulling. And get a nice skin job there, although I think I just kept a bit with me. That's all right, I can show you what to do there if you do that. So finish splitting these fillets. That one completely boneless, ready to go. Here, what you're going to do is just the exact same thing. You're going to get a little start on it, so poke your knife through. There we go. And then just use your finger nail. Press that down onto the board. Going to slip the knife in there, and then just finish the skinning job. There you go, so that's if you leave a little bit of skin behind. So that's the edge we've just cut, that goes flat against the table. You can feel these pin bones end here, so put the knife on top of them and just slice down. Taking a little bit extra with it this time. That's all right. Bit of wastage on that one, but that's not too bad. Feel for those two, and they're not in it either. I've taken them with the pin bones there. I'm guessing they're two leftover rib bones that the Flathead have kept. But there you go. That is our method for filleting Flathead. You can thank the old boy for that one. Let me know what you reckon. I reckon it's pretty top notch. Hope you have good luck with it. Cheers for watching the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.